So now that you have seen the Bhakopy and how it functions, let me introduce you to the two critical parameters called open interest and delivery statistics. So what is open interest? So as the name suggests, open interest is nothing but the interest in the stock or instrument which is open in the market. So open interest means the total number of contracts of an underlying asset that has not been offset and closed by an opposite transactions or delivery of an underlying commodity or by cash settlement. So that means how many contracts or transactions are open in the system to be executed. Either that execution will be through a delivery or cash settlement. So sum of all the positions taken by different traders are reflected in open interest. Opposite position taken by a trader in a contract reduces the open interest. So when you, actually let's take an example of this table. So on Monday, client A buys 2 futures contract of TCS and client B sells 2 futures contract of TCS. That means 2 new contracts have been introduced in the system. On Tuesday, client B, who sold 2 contracts to A, he bought 2 contracts and sold the same to C. That means there was merely a shift of that contract from B to C. So that's why only 2 contracts are still pending in the system. No 2 new contracts were generated. On Wednesday, D and E, they initiated a new contract with 5 contracts. So that's why 2 plus 5, that means 7 new contracts are getting inside the system. On Thursday, A and C, by virtue of B moving out of the system, they had this 2 contract open. That got squared up with A selling and C buying. So that's why 7 out of 2 contracts are removed. So 5 contracts are remaining in the system. Right. So there can be n number of stocks in the market in case of equity. There can be n number of shares in the market. And there can be X number of open interest pending in the derivative market. And both X and N are tightly regulated by the exchange. Because you don't want a situation where there can be X number of shares, but there are infinite contracts against those X number of shares, right? That is something called a position size or position regulation by the exchanges in terms of open interest limit applicable on each stock. What is delivery volume statistics? What is volume? In simple sense is the number of contracts or shares traded in the market. What is delivery volume? Delivery volume is, and this is with respect to cash market or capital market, delivery volume is the end of the day position taken for either the next day or number of days. It is significant to track delivery, especially in the case where there is a significant technical breakout of a particular stock. I'm sure you must have read this or learned this from one of our faculty about what is the significance of technical breakout and which parameters should be looked into carefully if you want to get a confirmation of the technical breakout. Now, when you say volume comparison, in case of open interest, it's very simple. Change in open interest is always with respect to yesterday. But when you talk about volume, just looking at yesterday may give you a distorted picture because yesterday may be a dull day or maybe a holiday. So, if you consider last 5 days average data for the purpose of comparing it with the change, it will average out any major incident which may have happened yesterday. So always compare the change in the volume or delivery data with the last 5 days average change. Okay. Now you know how do you define open interest and volume. Now let us get inside the core metrics which will be used by you for the purpose of judgment of what that stock is doing today and what is expected from that stock in coming few days. Now this is a Bible, this is a metrics which is extremely important for you to understand. We'll start with the case where only prices are rising. However, the delivery volume may change and the open interest may change. Each change can be interpreted in a particular manner and you can expect something from that interpretation. Let's start with case 1. Where the price is going up, delivery is also going up and the open interest is going up. Now mind this case where open interest is going up, that means always there are people who have taken new position at the end of the day. They are carrying over their position in derivative market at the end of the day. So if price going up, derivative position is also going up and delivery position is also going up in the cash market. What does that mean? That means there are a lot of people who are extremely bullish on the stock. That's why prices is going up and the open interest is also going up. So it's a strong case of strong long. What is the trend you should expect? You should expect a bullish trend in the stock. Now the price going up, delivery is also going up, but the open interest is flat. That means people are not comfortable taking the position in derivative segment, but they have taken position in the cash market. So it is a bullish sign. But because derivative, because of its margin advantages, it always becomes a driver of the trend. It is a case of kind of cautious bullishness. But however, if the open interest increase is seen next day, definitely the case shifts from B to A again. Okay? Why I said this? Because delivery has increased. Maybe if delivery also need to increase and it fell down, that means it was a clear case of bearishness. Someone is trying to increase the price by not aggressively participating in the follow-on rally of that price. Price increasing, delivery increasing. I'm talking about the third case, okay? Price increasing, delivery increasing, open interest falling. That means there are a lot of people who have squared up their position in derivative segment while the price is going up. That means it's a short covering. A lot of people who had short position in the stock, they're squaring up their position and the price is moving up, right? It is a bullish sign because short covering is classical situation where people are desperate to get out of their short position. So prices will keep on moving up till the short covering is happening. However, the prices will stop at some point, or the short covering will stop at some point. And the open interest, if further increases with the increase in price, that will be a case of either A, B or C, A or B. And the market will follow the trend accordingly. Fourth case, the price is rising, delivery is flat. That means not many people are increasing their delivery bet on the stock, but the open interest is rising. It is a case of bullishness. But the moment new delivery will happen, it will become an aggressive bullish. But definitely it is a case of bullishness in the stock because a lot of people have increased their position in the derivative contract. Price is rising, delivery is flat, open interest is flat. No interest by people. They just want to play intraday. No one is carrying the position at the end of the day. That means it is a likely bearish, it can be a trap. You have to be careful. Price is rising, delivery is flat, open interest is falling. There is a short covering, but a weaker guys is getting out of the system because not many people are giving delivery at the end of the day. So it is a moderate bearish pattern, right? Because weaker guys are getting out of the system. You know, these are 2-3 cases which are kind of very tricky in nature. And you will get more clarity on application of these cases as you gain more experience in life. So it is important for you to practice these on daily basis if you want to make a 100% accuracy towards your estimations. Now price rising, delivery has fallen and open interest has gone up. That means not many people are comfortable taking the stock delivered at the end of the day, but people are taking positions in derivatives. It is long, but there are weaker longs. You need to be cautious. Until as people take delivery in cash market, it is not a confirmation. Price rising, delivery is falling and open interest is flat. That's not at all a good sign. Price rising, open interest has fallen, delivery has also fallen. Oh, these guys are extremely weak guys who have got out of the system. It is certainly a case of bearishness which will creep into the market. Do you understand this? See, these are various permutation combinations combining all these 3 parameters. This will become more accurate as you practice this on a regular basis. Now let's take the other side of the story, which is the price falling case scenario. Why don't you practice? Yep. So let's take the first case, which is the simplest case. Price is falling, open interest is rising, delivery is also rising. That means in this fall, in case of cash market, a lot of people have sold and given delivery, and a lot of people have increased their short bet in the stock. That means it's a classic case of very bearish pattern, isn't it? Second case, price is falling, delivery is rising. A lot of people have given delivery at the end of the day, but the open interest is flat. That means people are not comfortable building positions in derivative. They are ready to give delivery. So for long term, that stock may be bad, but for immediately, unless we see open interest increase while the price is going down, it is a case of cautious bearishness. Price falling again, delivery rising, open interest falling. So open interest falling, that means people are squaring up their position. Price falling, that means long have squared up their position, and a lot of delivery has happened. That means a lot of long covering is happening. Classic analogy, till long covering is on, the market will keep on in the bearish tone. The moment long covering stops, people will wait for new short positions to get built in the system before they can start making that judgment of the continued downtrend in that stock from the date when the new positions will be getting built up in the system. Is it clear? So this is where you can analyze, you can keep track of other cases as well, which are very similar to the cases which we have discussed on the long side of our discussion. Now in the next part, I'm going to take an Excel sheet as a base, and we're going to download data from the exchange website, and we're going to try implement whatever we have learned here in that Excel and see whether we can make any judgment in that stock properly or not. That make sense? Okay, thanks.